assalamu alaikum, ji ayanu, pakhair ragale, ni hao, chunashumme, washmale, ohaya, gazaimus, guten morgen. Hi, hugs, hellos, privyet, hola, bonjour. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into PT World. You're definitely watching World this morning alongside Maha Makhdoom and Shahzad Khan. Hello, Maha, how are you?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Hello, Shahzad. I am well today. And he repeated the hi hellos. You changed it up, but it's nice to actually see you not actually say it fully today. It was funny. But anyway, I'm good. How are you today?
Well, I'm absolutely not perfect.
Yeah, no, I didn't
Because
think
of
so.
the fact that I wasn't able to sleep much last night as well, and it was because of the fact that I was busy with my house chores and whatnot. But other than that, I think everybody's perfect at my place. What about
Good.
you?
Everything's fine. Yeah, I'm trying to get sleep, but these days, with a lot of work and trying to find guests and like just kind of figuring out how to take things forward. It's been
You
good,
know, I
but
still
busy.
want to give that person a standing ovation who actually invented makeup as well. That, even if you're very
Oh, yes.
sleepy or whatever happens to you, put some makeup on, you're all fresh.
And
You're
yeah,
all good to go.
It's magic, but we have a wonderful show lined up for you. We're going to be entertaining and showing you different scenes within Pakistan and what the youngsters are doing today. But first, let's go look at the news, and when you come back, we will.
Yeah,
discuss
let's
the
do
show.
it. Let's do it. Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi is leaving for Turkey today to lead Pakistan's delegation at the D8 summit being held tomorrow in Istanbul.
The party of Catalan President Charles Puigdemont said that it would support him if he lifted the suspension of the Declaration Independence if Spanish government applies Article 155, suspending the northeastern region's autonomy today.
And as Halloween arrives, pumpkin sales are peaking ahead of Halloween festivities, and farmers are expecting to do brisk trade in the upcoming weeks.
I love Halloween. So much
I
fun.
still do not know how to carve a pumpkin.
I've never done it. We should do it this year on the show.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah. And the trailer for Shoaib Mansoor's much-awaited film, Verna, has been released, starring Myra Khan in the lead role. The trailer revolves around how certain circumstances change a couple's life.
Wow.
Interesting.
And Pakistan beat Sri Lanka by 7 wickets in the third one-day international to clinch the 5-match series with an unassailable 3-0 lead in Abu Dhabi.
Excellent. Well done.
Yeah, and I think we should even
Go green.
share the trailer of Verna as well during
Yeah.
the show, right?
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Okay, so that was the top stories. And now let's go to the public service message.
And Maha's going to do the honors.
It's going to be a very brief message, but today's public service message is that within our society, because this is where we're living, it's about tolerance. It's about having more patience with the people next to us and around us. It's about not having judgment when we meet people or when we see them living a different lifestyle or following a different religion or doing whatever, because at the end of the day, we will, it's our own accountability. We will, go to our graves by ourselves. So we need to stop casting judgments, making other people's lives hell, and stop ostracizing people who are different, because differences are what makes the world beautiful.
Exactly, that's what it is. But other than that, Maha, I think I've got a question for you today early in the morning,
Yes.
and that is, what happened to your service provider then? Do you think that they actually heard what we said yesterday?
No, I know, but at the end of the day, people are trying to do their jobs. But if the other systems aren't in place, then it's not really their fault. So I kind of just gave up. And I'm not giving
So
up.
just change your service provider?
I am. Today, that's happening.
That's what's happening.
It's happening, guys.
And I did telekinesis as well, and I did tell that, which company it was, but doesn't really matter. Ladies and
We
gentlemen,
played around.
today our show is going to be about music. Now, since the time, for example, when I was born in 1980s, well, that's quite a long time ago now.
Now it is getting
So,
older.
I've actually seen my father listening to the songs, for example, from Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan Saab, and then Noor Jahan, and there are other legendary singers as well from across the border as well. But ladies and gentlemen, the music scene has evolved. Now, it's not just about music. People are coming up with instrumental bands. People are coming up with electronic dance music, house music, and there are so many other genres which we cannot even explore.
Exactly, because there's so many that it would take forever. But at the end of the day, music is also used, as I said, within the public service message to get rid of the differences that we have. It unites people. And, within the world, you have music festivals happening everywhere. People travel the world to them. So, within Pakistan, we're going to be looking at how can we create a safe, healthy environment, which is in line with our culture, but also keeping up with modernization, not westernization, but modernization, because the youth need something to keep them busy. And you're an iPad and a digital generation. Things have changed, and we can't avoid it.
So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, the point over here is, Maha, thank you very much for using such amazing words to explain what we're going to do. I think this is one of a kind type of a show where we're going to highlight the importance of how you can probably enjoy without getting intoxicated as well. And I think for all of those kids who are out there, they need to realize that, to enjoy, intoxication is not important. What we need to do over here is that we need to go for a short break, but when we're going to come back, we're going to tell you how to do it and when to do it. Good morning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, after so many other updates, I think it's about time that we really need to get started with our show as well. But first, what do we have, Maha?
We have a video to share with you. Just have a look, and then you'll see who our guests are, and we'll introduce. So, welcome back, and that was Team Wonderland. Let's introduce you our guests and get the conversation started.
Where's the music now, man?
So, we've been joined by Mahad Yousafzai. He is the manager of Team Wonderland, and Dr. Disco. Assalamu alaikum, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome to the show. Besides Mahad, we've been joined by Abdullah Aslam. He's the lead DJ of Team Wonderland. Assalamu alaikum, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Besides Abdullah, we've been joined by Hassan Zahir Minhas. He is AKA Dr. Disco and a music producer and a DJ. Assalamu alaikum.
Well, thank you very much, guys, for coming over. It is my pleasure to have you. It's our pleasure, in fact, to have you on the show as well.
So I would like to say for all of that, everyone's there watching, that yes, there is electro dance music within Pakistan. As you can see, it's live and kicking. So Shahzad, you can ask the first question.
Yeah, all right. So I think I'm going to get started with the lead DJ of the team, and that is that what happens over here is that whenever you listen to dance music, what people usually do is that they download it from whatever sources they get, and then they do not mix it live. And DJing is all about mixing music live, right? So how did you first of all got into it? And then other than that, what do you have to say about people who do not mix live and pretend as if they are playing with a scratcher? Oh, yeah.
Because it became cool at one point, right? So Abdullah, tell us.
Oh, yeah.
To start DJing, it's not like you have to mix. You have to download a full set of Tiesto or some other DJ. You gotta download some good tracks. You have to make some good playlists that you have to play on some good event.
Okay.
And there are many aspects of DJing. DJ do on the events. It's like you have to beat match every track. It's all about the tempo, and secondly the key of the track. So there are three main aspects to mix a track actually.
What are those three main
You just said.
aspects?
Yeah, so it's about the key of the track, tempo, and beat matching.
What do we mean by key though?
Key is like a major, minor of
Alright.
the main key, you know. three.
Okay. Okay, so you guys you jumped in straight to the technical aspect of it. But let me start with Mahad as well with my question. The electric dance music scene within Pakistan, a lot of stigma attached to it, a lot of negative press and exposure that it gets. But you guys decided, despite that, you're going to promote it and create a team, Wonderland. Why and for what reasons?
Well, basically, it all started like a while back. We all started a bit over a year back.
Yeah, 2016. right?
2016, yes. So basically, we had an idea in our heads. We knew what it was. It just and it was like about like showcasing our talents. At the same time, it was opportunity grabbing.
Okay.
Because no one was stepping up at that time, and the crowds, the masses needed their needs to be catered.
Okay.
So we at the same time we showcased our talents. We had the talent. We got up. We took the stage because no one else was taking the stage.
Okay, and especially within Pakistan, right? Because everyone's always aiming for like external community, I guess, half the time.
Exactly, but other than that, since you're managing these amazing people
Yes.
and, you know, obviously this is the talent of Pakistan and you're trying to give them maximum exposure, but having a manager as a DJ, I think, is very different in Pakistan.
It is.
Because elsewhere, people do have managers and then, you know, they do share their incomes as well and whatnot. But other than that, what I want to ask over here is, there are very few platforms where your DJs can perform. So how do you find that, you know, or how do you try to give them maximum exposure?
Well, the maximum exposure that we usually get is like we get a gig, we get an event, we play there, and usually the crowd that comes there is the crowd that wants more of it.
Okay.
That wants more of it, and that's it's usually the people from those crowds that come contact us and like, you know, they ask us for more of that stuff.
Okay.
So this is how it basically goes. At the same time, we have like our social media stuff going on, and that goes out to different masses, and the sort of masses that are attracted towards it, that want that stuff. So they come towards us, they talk to us about it, they want like more of it. So that's how
Exactly,
we
because
do
the
it.
thing is, within the last year, Team Wonderland have played over 50 plus concerts.
That is great too.
Yes.
That's amazing. You guys have opened for Ali Azmat,
Yes.
DJ Kantik, who was on our show as well.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been on a couple of times as well. He's wonderful. So let's move on to DJ
Dr.
Disco. Dr. Disco, not DJ Disco, sorry.
I
Dr.
love you.
Disco.
I love you already.
That's a great name. So how did you get involved in DJing?
Basically, it all started back like 6 years ago. I used to listen to Tony Eg and Tiesto. They were the most famous ones back then. And I remember just sitting in my street and being all attracted to that kind of music. And I just saw myself there in a few years. And I went to my home and I searched it all up. I Googled it, obviously.
YouTube,
What are
beauty of
the-
YouTube, right?
Yeah. What are the requirements of being a DJ? So I basically downloaded a software called Fruity Loops. And I
Fruity
just
Loops,
started
yeah.
messing around with it and copying David Guetta's beats and stuff. And I actually found out that I'm getting good at it day by day. So I developed my own sound.
Wow.
I just listen to a whole lot of music. It's
And,
Okay.
and there's something I want to
vast.
mention over here. That is that, you know, me and Billy X, when we did a song, we actually composed the music on Fruity Loops as well. And it was very creative because for everybody who wants to actually start composing music, I think Fruity Loops is a great application
Yeah.
or a
Yeah.
software to download. But other than that, now, for example, when I wanted to be an anchor person or I wanted to work for television, my parents actually had arguments. For example, my mother was never ever ready for me to actually be an anchor or to work for television, but my father was very supportive. You guys are very young. You guys haven't actually, you know, even, you're not done with education, right?
yeah.
So you're still studying.
Yeah.
So now, as a matter of fact, what do you think your parents have to say that, okay, son, whatever you want to do, but please study alongside?
So who are we going to start with? Let's start with Dr. Disco. Because he's been like
Yeah.
doing it for 6 years. I feel like he was the one like, no, mom, dad, I'm going to do this.
It was like that at the
Okay.
start. Obviously, I was at a young age and my dad was like,
What are you even doing?
what are you even doing? Exactly.
Yeah.
Just become a doctor, do B pharmacy, and become a dentist, you
Okay.
know. That
So how
kind
did you convince them? Because now you guys are performing.
I got my first show at Beacon House School System, and I had a crowd for over 600 people. And that impressed my dad a lot, and he actually saw potential in me, and after that he started supporting me a lot.
Excellent.
So now, like, he's listening to my music with me, and he's enjoying it.
Excellent.
It's such a lovely feeling.
All
to
right,
see
so
him.
Dr. Disco,
Yeah.
what are you playing today?
Are we playing anything today?
No, I'm not saying like that. For example, if he and his dad is actually going out for a ride, all right, Dr. Disco, play something, you know. What do you have on your playlist? Dina, 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 Dina.
Okay, so now Abdullah, how about you? How do you manage to balance studying and DJing and kind of convincing everyone around you that this is actually a feasible path to go down?
I was in Malaysia in 2015, and I came back to Pakistan in December. And in 2016, Team One founded, and after that, we got so many gigs.
Okay.
So alongside that gigs, I've been studying FA, and I've done that. So now I'm free, actually.
Okay. Oh, you're done. Okay. So, but then, okay, when you start, how long have you been DJing for?
I started in Malaysia, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long, dude? We don't know how when you were in Malaysia.
I started in 2015.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Excellent.
started in 2015. Don't you think that, you know, okay, now over here we do have this phenomena where people say, okay, you know, if you want to do act, you know, you should actually go to an art school, learn acting and whatnot. But over here in Pakistan, I've seen that we have this trend of learning by your own
Yeah.
selves. You know, going over onto the YouTube, you know, watching all the tutorials and then learning. How difficult was it to actually mix music live?
It's not that difficult, actually, if you have the knowledge of beat matching. You know,
We do not.
I know, and you said the three.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, the
The,
knowledge.
the key,
Yeah.
the tempo.
it's actually I'm a
the
producer. I know how this works, actually.
Okay.
You know, so I produce music, actually. So that's now. That's
Yeah,
how I
you're a
know.
music producer as well. You
Yeah.
both are, Dr. Disco, and both of you. Okay, so Ma, tell us. Okay, so now, like Shazad said, you know, it's over here. There aren't really schools or things that are going to teach you this different areas of production or music making. How important do you think it is for people who are self-taught to actually get out on the scene and not be deterred by the lack of institutions or even social environments?
Well, as you said, things.
You guys have all got great hair, by the way, so don't worry about it. Okay, so, yeah,
Except
continue.
for me.
You know, that's great too, that
It's
one.
all right, man.
Okay.
I think I'll
Yeah.
be with you.
I think you're the most
in a
relaxed
year.
as a result. Okay, so tell us, Mahad.
Of course, we don't have a lot of music schools. We don't have many opportunities for, like, you know, for upcoming DJs, for upcoming entertainers. But at the same time, things, they're gonna happen regardless.
Yeah, like you did
Entertainment,
50
yeah,
plus.
yeah. Entertainment, it's gonna happen regardless. If no one's coming up, someone's gonna step up. So people are gonna find ways. People are gonna find ways to come up to that point.
Okay.
So if we don't have music schools here, people are gonna learn from YouTube. People are gonna see that they're gonna get to that point somehow. They're gonna get to that point regardless. So
And
But
you
as
guys
a-
have proven that as
Yeah.
well.
But as a
Like that.
manager, I think your role is to actually, you know, other than giving them greater exposure, to even tell them at times that, okay, I think that, you know, you need to learn this, and whatnot, so that they're better stars tomorrow as well. This is what a manager's aura is,
Exactly.
or the job orientation is all about.
Depends on the
So how
artist.
do you do that? And do they tend to listen to you?
Yeah.
Or they're like, Mahat, you know, get lost.
no, they,
We listen to him a lot.
You listen to a lot. Okay.
well, it's with us. It's not very professional in between. We've grown up together. We've been along, like, you know, with each other from a very long time. It goes very past. It goes very back. Before we were DJs, before we were managers, before we were, like, you know, we've studied together, we've grown up together. So it's that sort of bond that we share.
Okay.
So when we have something, it's like
Mutual understanding.
yeah, it's a mutual understanding. If anyone has anything that they have to, like, bring into our group, so they bring it in, and we all listen to it. We actually talk about it. Ki, "Theek hai yaar, ye baat hai," so we listen to it and we, like, give it a thought.
Excellent. And that's, you know, that's a really good sign. But now, okay, before we move on, I know Shazad has to announce something, but I want to talk about, because, okay, it's wonderful that you guys found a passion. It's a really good hobby. It's better than roaming the streets and harassing people and kind of creating
Definitely, yes.
mischief. Now, with the with the stigma attached to this scene, we have to talk about that.
Yeah,
Let's discuss
we
it.
do have
because I think a lot of parents and a lot of people that are watching abroad would also be shocked that
Excited.
people, you know, do associate festivals and concerts with, you know, intoxication or immoral behavior or unethical, you know, all this kind of stuff. How are you guys changing that mentality? Because you guys have been performing in schools, you have a lot of youth following, you've supported really big artists, you know, opening for them. So how are you changing that mentality? Because your parents now support you, so clearly they see you doing something decent.
Yeah. Personally, I think that the negative aspect of everything spreads around more quickly than the positive aspect, and that's how we're making a difference. We're making a difference by highlighting the positive aspect. We're like giving more attention towards the positive aspect of everything that we're doing. We're organizing festivals, we're throwing gigs, we're throwing parties, all of that stuff. But we're like focusing and making sure that the positive aspect of it is showcased, showcased in front of the public, and it is practically showed in our first festivals.
So what is the positive? What are these positive aspects you keep saying?
It's if at the end of the day, we unite people under our music, we think our job is done.
Amazing. Let's see what Abdullah has to say about it.
Do you have
Go
any?
ahead, Abdullah.
Same.
You say okay.
The
What
same.
Dr. Disco?
Copy paste. Dr. Disco.
Basically, for me, it's all about music. I don't care about people. I don't care who's there. As long as the music's playing, everybody's united, and that is honestly the best feeling ever.
Okay, no, I understand that, but I mean, because you have a passion for this type of music, this is what you guys do. This is hopefully the careers and the, you know, this is where you guys are going to be doing all the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But when you have people that want to come out and listen to it, but because of the negative elements attached to it, they may not be able to get permission to go to the concerts. What would you say to parents and people that actually no, this is a good environment, you know, it's about music, it's about unity? How do you convince them?
To be honest,
You don't.
It's really hard
Okay.
to control an environment because each and every person has their own will.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they're going to do what they want to do, no matter how much they're being scolded by the parents or told not to do this or that or stay away from drugs.
So everybody's got their own choice.
Yeah, everybody's got
So
their
let
own
them do what they want.
No, don't let them do what they
No,
want because
not-
some things are wrong.
Obviously.
Yeah.
We have to abide by certain rules. We have to imply them.
Very nice.
We have to impose them on them because obviously living in Pakistan, we cannot allow such kind of stuff
And
in our
also,
environment.
no, also these things are also
Elsewhere in the world as
banned
well.
in England as well. Did you want to add something to this? No. Okay, great.
All right,
Okay.
but now, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is that before we ask them that, you know, who their inspirations are, for example, Tiesto, everybody knows about it, Martin Garrix. I think he's one of my favorites as well. We'll definitely ask them that. But right now, what we're going to do is that we're going to show you a video how DJs actually mix music when they're right in front of you. Go take a look.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. So that was complicated. There's a lot of buttons and like things to turn. And,
Yeah, and you do not even know, you know, what to move and what not to move.
'Cause
But the only thing I have seen actually in videos is that people just do this. Why do DJs do this?
No, because because I remember back when I was at
why-
uni, they used to scratch, right? So you had your turntables, you had your two different vinyls, and you had your earpiece, and you'd be doing it.
you know
tried
quite a lot.
Yeah, because my friends used to do it.
Turntables and what was the other thing?
Well, the vinyls, right, that you put on there, and then you scratch it and like mix it. It was so now it's like all these buttons and like things. So
But why is it necessary for DJs to do this? Waka, waka, waka.
do you do that?
He just did that.
He did.
Basically, it's circular, and you have to move in that pattern. There's no other way. Like you can't go up back.
Yeah, because you have to turn
You have
around.
to turn it around. That's
I
why
wish
it's
you
called a
brought
turntable.
turntables, actually. That would have been
In a
really
circular
good.
movement.
This was the first thing I asked them in the morning. But now what I want to ask is that over here we know, because yesterday even we had Kamaj on the show as well, and they said that the music
Amazing.
scene is quite dead over here in Pakistan, where they cannot even get gigs. So how do you guys see the future of electronic dance music over here in Pakistan, where a concert does not even take place very easily?
Personally, I think it's evolving. It's not as bad as it was a while back. It's evolving. Personally, I think it's happening. The crowds want it. The artists want it. The artist wants to play. The crowd wants to hear. The only complications that we have to face is usually like by the local authorities, the government, or basically the middle people that come between the artist and the crowds. So
Right, because they earn commission out of
yeah,
you
that they
people.
earn commissions and they have like the different complications.
And then when you say local authorities, are you trying to say over here that, people not getting permissions of,
Exactly.
hosting a party or an
Yes.
event?
NOCs
That
and
and
stuff.
at the same time, I think the laws are pretty absurd in my opinion. Because if we are like organizing an event, the government has they take about 50% of the event commissions in the name of that's why
NOC?
NOC and all that.
Are you sure?
Yes.
They might come after you after this one.
It's okay. They're like, this is okay. No, that's right.
Freedom of
Okay, so
speech
but
is-
you've already mentioned that about the music festival scene, but you're trying to organize one for December, which
Yes,
you
we
are
are.
in talks with, and you're trying to get very healthy and precise plan for that in
Yes,
December, and
we
it's called the
definitely
Electronic Festival Team Wonderland.
Yes.
So if any of you guys want information about it, do keep in touch with Team Wonderland on their Facebook page and
You
everything.
touch your head
However,
one more time, I'm
no.
going to cut them
Okay,
off.
and also another thing is, like you said, it's evolving, and you're absolutely right, because even Ari Buzzer, he's doing Art Langar, which is happening in the second or third or 4th of December. So it is picking up. Now, okay, so
But Ma, over here, what I want to say is that, for example, over here in Islamabad, the biggest ever platform is Music Mela. Now, why do you think that Music Mela has never ever incorporated electronic dance music, where DJs can come and perform live as
Mela.
well? I think that's going to be a good idea.
No, but the thing is, you don't want one person to do everything, right? You want an option and a selection. So that's why you have that festival. But now also Ari Buzzer is starting the Art Langar Festival, which will be happening, and you guys are doing your festival. Do you think it's important to keep things under one roof or have separate events?
I think music unites. Music unites.
So it doesn't matter about
It doesn't
the
matter. It doesn't matter. If at the end of the day people are uniting, people are enjoying, and people are having a good time, I think the job is done.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, different genres, they have a different vibe to it, a different sort of a different sort of need that the crowd caters, the crowd wants.
Yeah.
So if people are enjoying, and at the same time, if people are getting the specific sort of music that they want to hear,
Yeah.
so I think
Because
it's
the Mela is more
a
of a
win-win for
family
everyone.
thing, and
Yes.
it's a bit more of a community.
Even
like
electronic dance,
It's not a family
This
thing,
is what
dude.
I'm saying, that we need to change the perception. I think
Yes.
I can listen to electronic dance music alongside my wife too.
But- and
That's
your
not a
daughter?
problem. Yeah, and my daughter can
Okay.
even dance to it as well.
Oh,
I
okay.
won't. It doesn't really bother me
Okay.
if you guys are together as a family. But other than that, now I want to move on to Dr. Disco and Abdullah over here. Now, what we see is, for example, when we log into our Instagram accounts and whatnot, because I follow Martin Garrix quite a lot, we see them roaming around in helicopters, playing gigs for millions of people and whatnot, and the lifestyle they live. How do you think that you're going to achieve it while being over here in Pakistan? Or
Well, do you
that's what
think-
you want to achieve?
Do you think that's the ultimate goal? Or is that just a very materialistic kind of success?
But not really.
I don't think so. Basically, being honest, I don't support Martin Garrix a lot because he plays a lot of commercial music. To being honest, it's really commercial, it's really mainstream. I'm more of a fan of techno and psytrance. It's really different. It's got some symphony to it. It makes a lot of more sense to me.
Okay. So the ultimate goal, is it to be on, kind of jet setting around the world, or just to make music that you like?
Just to make people
Even
dance.
if it's not commercial.
Just to make people dance.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, but now over here,
The
I
Arctic
think
Monkeys said that when they came out with their album, that we just want girls to dance. There wasn't enough music for girls to dance to, so it's good.
No, but what I want to ask now is, for example, you know, whenever you go to an event and there's a DJ who's actually playing music, what happens is that eventually the DJ is playing all the music which he likes.
Yeah.
So he doesn't really care about all of those people who ride in front of him, who wants to listen to him, and he's like, whatever. And then whenever a girl's actually going to approach to a DJ, he's actually going to play her choice
That's
as well.
not true.
Yeah, that
Don't
is,
do
that is. I've
Things have
witnessed that.
changed now, dude. The things have changed, I think.
All right, but let's ask them.
But being honest, I never take requests of the girls and crowd actually. I always
Yeah.
play what I want to.
Yeah, that's the
it.
thing.
Yeah.
All right, but Dr. Disco's smiling. What's the reason behind that
But
smile?
remember,
I had
this
a
is
show
PTV morning show.
yesterday. I had a show yesterday and I was quite into it when a girl came up to me and she was like, please can you play some Punjabi music, and I just killed my vibe, and I was like, I come here to make each and every one of you dance, not just one of you, so I'm not going to take requests. I'm just going to see what the flow is in all of those people. I'm going to make them dance according
But
to
you might
my
be of
music.
that type, DJ Wale Babu.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Not at all.
I'm
Mahathir.
past that.
Yeah, I think like if the crowd's coming, they very well should know who the DJ is, and if they know who the DJ is, they should know like what sort of music the
Exactly.
DJ plays. If they like it, well and good, they should come to the event. If they do not like that sort of music, they shouldn't be coming there in the first place.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And also, it depends what kind of festival or event you're going to, because if it's a DJ set, then how can you request a song? Because it's their set. Like, makes no sense. It's not a club, guys. But anyway.
It's like moving up to Rahat Fateh Ali Khan and asking him to sing a song in
collaboration with
Nurjan's
Martin.
voice.
Yeah, exactly. Or one of her. Yeah. So anyway, we have run out of time. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you
us.
so much.
Thank
Thank
you
you so much for
What is your
having us.
Facebook fan page for all those people who want to keep in touch with the festival and
yes,
any of your music?
It's Team Wonderland. Team Wonderland. That's it.
Okay.
Team Wonderland. And
www.facebook.com
Yes.
/Team Wonderland. All small.
yes, all small.
All
Team
small
Wonderland
letters.
PAK. Team Wonderland Pakistan.
Okay.
Team Wonderland, PAK
PAK.
means Pakistan, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, guys,
Thanks,
for
Thank you so
being
much for
Thank you so
having
much.
us.
on the show. It
And
was
best
lovely
of
to
luck.
have you.
And from the videos, it seems like you guys have got a really
We
good
hope to
underground
have
following.
you guys at one of our parties.
Why not?
Pretty
Sure, man.
Keep us posted, and we will try our best to be
Definitely.
there. Thank you so much. With that, guys, we're showing you that what is happening with the youth, like what they're up to, what kind of interest they have, and also that, we have to see what their interests are so we can incorporate it and kind of all move forward together without alienating one side or
Exactly,
the
and
other,
there's
right?
always a better way to do it, and I think these guys have actually proved that this is how we do it, and I think
And the
it's,
parents support
it's a
them.
great direction.
Yep.
And this is what we need to do.
Exactly. So for any more information on any of the festivals or any music that we've talked about today, log on to our Facebook fan page,
Which is with the name of Well This Morning.
our Twitter page,
Well This Morning without a G.
our Daily Mission on YouTube.
Well This Morning,
And the repeat of that,
11:05.
have a wonderful day, be good, be safe, and we will see you bright and
Till the next time, 1, 2, 3, EDM.
Okay.